Hey, what's going on YouTube? James from J Kramer Fitness. Today we are going to go ahead and take a look at Panda Supps Fuel Protein Powder. Today we are going to go ahead and dive into whether this multi-blend protein powder delivers on its promises. With such claims like zero amino spiking, grass-fed collagen, we'll see if it's all hype or if Panda Supps can back it up. We'll break down with real comparisons to trusted and transparent brands like Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey, Dymatize ISO100, and of course the non-amino spiked AGN Roots. So let's go ahead and dig right into this review. One of the big concerns that I have with Panda Protein is the need for independent third-party testing. Panda flaunts their GMO quality seal, but there is no verification by a true independent lab. Other such claims as grass-fed collagen, no amino spiking, no soy or gluten, and non-GMO grass-fed whey are not third-party checked. Brings concerns about what you are really getting with Panda Protein. I've contacted Panda Protein numerous occasions asking who does the third-party testing, protein of origin, or even a certificate of analysis. All I was met with is a wall of silence. This is a big red flag to me, not getting a follow-up. The low carbohydrate count raises suspicion when looking at a multi-blend protein like Panda Protein. Panda offers 30 grams of protein, but only 2 grams of carbohydrates. To me, this is extremely weird because when I do the comparison to Optimum Nutrition's Gold Standard Whey, which is a 3 protein blend of isolate, concentrate, and a hydrolyzed whey, the Panda Protein offers a 4 protein blend. I'm not counting collagen because at the end of the day, collagen isn't responsible for building muscle. In essence, the collagen is inflating the protein amount. A closer look at the ingredient breakdown and lack of transparency increases my concerns about this protein powder. I would like to go ahead and provide an estimated breakdown on the carbohydrate content found in Panda Protein. Each protein source and yielding amounts are listed. So with that information, we can probably get a general estimate if the listed 2 grams of carbohydrates is legitimate. We have the most amount whey protein isolate. The suggested amount of carbohydrate range can be anywhere between 0 and 2%. Whey protein concentrate 4 to 8%, and then casein 3 to 4%. And then of course, like I said earlier, I'm not counting the collagen because that is just broken peptides artificially inflate the protein content with Panda Protein. Some of all carbohydrate sources found from protein sources can be anywhere between 0.61 to 1.5 grams. And this is kind of raising a concern because the claim of no amino spiking is not verified by an independent third party. The 3 protein brands, starting it off with Optimum Nutrition's Gold Standard Whey. When we compare Panda Fuel Protein to Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey, it's important to look beyond the protein amount. While Panda for more protein per serving, 30 grams versus the 24 grams, and a slightly higher BCAA content, there's a significant concern here looking at the leucine percentage, 9.86 versus the 10.83. Panda's lower leucine content is a red flag. Now let's examine the carbohydrates. Optimum Nutrition, a multi-source whey protein, contains 4 grams of carbs, but at a lower protein count. In contrast, Panda Protein only lists 2 grams of carbohydrates, despite being a multi-blend of 4 protein sources, which should contribute to a little bit higher carb count due to residual lactose. The unusually low carb count raises a level of suspicion that Panda Protein may be amino spiking their protein powder. Let's go ahead and take a look in this second comparison, Panda Protein against Dymatize ISO100. In this comparison, there's going to be a bigger difference in quality. Focusing on leucine percentage, ISO100, which is a blended mostly of hydrolyzed isolate with a standard isolate, contains 10.83% leucine against Panda Protein's 9.86%. While the difference seems small, the gap is crucial because leucine is the amino acid responsible for triggering muscle protein synthesis. Considering it contains 30 grams of protein per serving, that does not have the corresponding quality. So in essence, you're going to have to use more scoops to stimulate muscle growth. Moreover, Dymatize ISO100 is widely recognized for its transparency and third-party testing, whereas Panda Protein does not have any third-party testing with their claims labeled on their container, raising further questions about the integrity of the protein claims. To me, this feels like this is a cash grab, and you're not really getting the true listed amount of protein per serving with Panda. Let's go into this third comparison. AGN Roots against Panda. And the reason why I always use AGN Roots is one, it's an unflavored protein. Two, it's a verified non-amino spike protein, verified by Informed Protein. AGN Roots delivers 3.5 grams of leucine, and that yields 11.73% leucine per serving, compared to that 9.86 by Panda. The higher leucine percentage suggests that AGN Roots offers a better quality for muscle growth. Only reason because it is internationally sourced grass-fed, certified by Truly Grass-Fed. AGN Roots also has a lower carbohydrate count, 1 gram, which means that this protein offered by AGN Roots is intact protein, so the carbohydrate count is low for that reason. Panda Protein, on the other hand, lists their 30 grams of protein with 2 grams of carbs. Still, its lower leucine content hints that it's inflating the protein numbers with cheap amino acids, possibly from including collagen, which is listed on the ingredient list, or non-protein nitrogen sources. It gets a little bit mixed reviews or feedback here, because I think it's at 4.1 out of 5 stars. Many users enjoy the flavor, but several noticed issues like clumping, inconsistent textures, and one of the reviewers shared the non-verified claims by an independent third party. Some buyers have also raised concerns about how well it mixes. It's a mixed bag right now with Amazon and what reviewers are sharing with Panda Protein. Well, research suggests that you should be aiming for 25 grams of protein with up to 3 grams of leucine. Panda offers 30 grams of protein with almost 3 grams of leucine. In a perfect world, amino spiking is not a thing. Technically, 1 scoop of Panda Protein should be more than enough to stimulate muscle growth. However, I firmly believe, after doing my research, that Panda Protein is offering an amino spike protein powder. So I would highly encourage that you aim for 1.5 scoops post-workout. If you do have the opportunity, use high-protein skim milk, and then perhaps 1 scoop should be more than enough to stimulate muscle growth. Are as follows: 1 scoop of fuel with 8 ounces of cold water or beverage of choice. Panda Supps Fuel was formulated to fuel your body around the clock. That too is a unverified claim. And with Panda Fuel, their social media targeting campaign was very interesting, because they are advertising this protein powder as the one protein powder you need in your cupboard. Post-workout shake, pre-workout shake, before bed shake. The claim that using this as a before bed shake or even as a meal replacement shake is far-fetched in my book, because if your goal is to use this before bed, is the amount of casein found in this protein powder is too little, and it's very possible that this thing is going to be emptied out of your stomach within 2 hours of consumption. I'm using this as a post-workout, so I'm going to go ahead and aim for 1.5 scoops. As always, Pure Froze Farm shaker cup to sell, 1.5 scoops. There's a baby boy right there, half a scoop right there, half a baby boy. All right, halfway done with this review. If you do like these types of reviews, don't be afraid to leave a like. And of course, please subscribe. I do weekly protein powder reviews, and I've been consistently putting out content once a week. That shared, let's go ahead, mix up a Panda Fuel shake. And as you can see, this thing mixes fantastic. I think for my written review, I gave it a 9. Let's see what we're having underneath the shaker. That's the reason right there. As you can see, there are small cake bits that have not emulsified. I'm reviewing the strawberries and cream. I'm a big fan of strawberries, and this does offer small strawberry bits. Cheers. If you're someone who doesn't like chewing their post-workout because of small little fruity things, this may not be for you. However, I think this is a better tasting protein powder than Jocko Milk and Animal Protein Powder. For my favorite all-time strawberry shake, it's still BSN Synthesis. I believe Panda Supps is a very delicious protein powder. You are reminded with the flavor of strawberry. Other than that, no weird aftertaste. I wouldn't mind buying this again. When I go over the pros, I'm going to be examining it at face value. If I was just a normal buyer that didn't research this product, here are the pros. Tastes great, high protein content, 30 grams per serving, easy to mix with water or milk. And then of course, if you're someone who is looking for a minimized counter space, you know, technically this is a multi-blend protein powder, so it could potentially be something that you would want. And then of course, you have to admit 2 grams of carbohydrates is fantastic, especially if you're someone who is watching your carbs. The cons. These cons are based off of my research and what I found with this protein powder. Low leucine percentage. In turn, you are using more scoops per serving to stimulate muscle growth. I firmly believe, based on my professional research on this protein powder, for multi-blend protein and the carb count, it's extremely way too low. Piggybacking off of the low carb count and potential amino spiking, there is no third-party testing for any of the claims listed. I have contacted Panda Protein numerous times requesting who does third-party testing, where is your protein source from, and a certificate of analysis, and every time it has been a silent wall from them. Customer service is kind of poop, to say the least. At $2.19 per serving for the protein powder you are receiving by Panda Protein, not the highest quality in my opinion. For a multi-source protein blend that combines whey isolate, concentrate, casein, and then of course the collagen, it may be for you. It's fantastic that you only have to have one container instead of multiple containers for your supplement cupboard. A Panda Protein probably will seem appealing to you. If quality and transparency are your top priorities, there are reasons to reconsider your purchase. Panda Protein's low carbohydrate count is unusually low for a multi-source protein. The estimated carb range that I came up with, it can be anywhere between 0.61 and 1.5 grams. I mean, that's a significant roundup. However, Panda Protein might work for those unconcerned with third-party testing or potential amino spiking. If you're someone just looking for a simple protein that tastes great, mixes great, and something that keeps you consistent, this protein powder is for you. Panda Protein does offer 30 grams per serving. However, the lower leucine percentage and leucine content, it raises a level of concern. For a multi-blend protein that offers isolate, concentrate, casein, 2 grams is surprisingly low, and here's what matters most. In typical multi-blend proteins, you expect concentrate and casein to contribute a higher amount of carbohydrates due to residual lactose, but with Panda Protein, the carbs still remain relatively low. This suggests, in my opinion, a level of amino spiking. As I said before, collagen is a listed amount, but only at 3.3 grams, yielding 3 grams to the overall protein content. I wouldn't be surprised, due to no fact checking, that the collagen amount is actually maybe higher than the listed amount on the ingredient list. After analyzing Panda Supps Protein across multiple metrics, here are the key takeaways. Panda Protein offers 30 grams of protein with a lower leucine percentage. There is no transparency with Panda Protein. The claims of no amino spiking, not true. The low carbohydrate count does not match the protein sources found in Panda Protein. And of course, I'm going to say this once again, concerns for amino spiking. It's not fact-checked as a third-party protein powder. And then of course, the price comparison at $2.19 per serving. You can get better quality going to a brick and mortar store and going with a nationally recognized, transparent, and trusted brand. In conclusion, Panda Protein may be appealing for those who want a nicely flavored multi-source protein blend that may remove multiple containers from your supplement cupboard, but it falls short for athletes and fitness enthusiasts seeking transparent, high-quality protein powders. Potential for amino spiking is too much in my book, coupled with the lack of transparency makes this product something that should be cautiously approached. In my opinion, save your money. All right, another protein powder review done. What are your thoughts? Comment downstairs, let me know. Do you think I got this protein powder right? Are you someone who uses Panda Protein? I'm interested. Have you seen any gains using Panda Protein? As always, thanks for watching. Make it a great day.